In December, we're going to get a whole bunch of changes to Destiny 2. Some of them will come with the Curse of Osiris, and others will come inside of a couple of different patches that we'll get in December. Many of these changes won't completely turn the game on its head or make it a different game by any means, but they definitely improve upon what's currently there. So in this video, I wanted to break down everything you're going to see inside of Curse of Osiris and Season 2 launching throughout December, because a lot of this information has been pretty fragmented across, different live streams, different reveals, blog posts that we've had over a number of weeks, and there aren't many places where you can get a good look at everything that's going to change in the coming weeks, so I'm going to do my best to break it down in this video. On the 5th of December, of course, Curse of Osiris will launch, and this is bringing new story. There'll also be new weapons, some of which can be earned through quests. We'll get new armor, there'll be strikes, the new raid, as well as PvP maps, and on top of this, there will be a power level increase to 330, and we'll also have to grind 5 more ranks to reach level 25 on the base character level before we can begin that power leveling process. On top of this, of course, Eververse stock will refresh, so there'll be a whole bunch of new stuff you can earn through Bright Engrams or the Season 2 equivalent. So Curse of Osiris itself will bring new content to the game, but also on December 5th, we will get a bunch of quality of life changes and improvements to the game. So armor ornaments will be added to Vanguard, Crucible, Trials of the Nine, Iron Banner, Faction Rally, and Raid Lair armor. All of these ornaments will be earned through gameplay, so for Vanguard, you may have to do stuff in strikes or in patrol potentially. Crucible, win games, get kills. Trials, Iron Banner, we get the idea. On top of this though, rare mods will now dismantle into gunsmith materials and give a chance of mod components. Banshee will sell legendary mods for mod components and legendary shards with a rotation which changes weekly. Raoul will sell legendary engrams for legendary shards. Daily challenges and strike rewards will give an increased number of tokens. Kate's chests will also reward a few destination tokens at the very least, and resource nodes will always drop resources. The value of individual resources will be increased by 50% for common ones and 25% for rare. Reputation required per reward engram will be increased for destination factions only by 37%, so that's all of the planetary vendors, and then for the gunsmith by 50%. You'll be able to redeem raid tokens without actually completing the raid for the first time. Remaining raid keys each week will be wiped from the inventory upon the reset, and daily and weekly resets will be changing, so we'll see them at 9 AM Pacific, 12 PM EST, which is 5 PM GMT, and then 6 PM CET across Europe. And it's also worth noting we'll get 4K and HDR support for the Xbox One X and PlayStation Pro. So all of this stuff, as well as the launch of Curse of Osiris, will happen in the same week, but it doesn't quite end there. On December 12th, we will get the Masterwork weapon system, which essentially allows you to earn a new stat perk on a weapon. It'll also allow you to track kills. Most of the vendors in the game will sell weapons and armor for legendary shards and tokens. Xur will sell a new Fated exotic engram, as well as 3 of coins. Fated engrams will give you a guaranteed exotic you don't currently own. 3 of coins will buff the exotic drop rate for 4 hours. Zavala and Shax will sell gift consumables for legendary shards. There will be a relaxed anti-farming cooldown on chests and resource nodes, and vendors won't blink on the map if you don't have enough tokens for a reward. So in terms of adjustments to what's currently there, like I said, I think these are definitely good changes, and we will see them in the first 2 weeks of Season 2, and this is on top of Curse of Osiris launch, so it's always good. There are of course other considerations and other launches that we will see inside of this period, so of course the Underbelly, the new raid, will be launching at some point, and we'll have the return of Trials of the Nine. Trials of the Nine itself will have new weapon visuals as well as new perk rolls, and they'll be deploying energy and kinetic variants of different weapons, so the auto rifle may be rolled out to be a kinetic weapon as opposed to an energy weapon, as well as having different perks. On top of this though, there are 3 other things on the cards for December. Firstly, the Dawning, which Bungie say will happen in mid-December. This will bring new Dawning armor as well as shaders, ghosts, and more vanity items. Inside of social spaces, we will see new snow fortresses and fights, but on top of this, snowballs will be added to strikes as well as patrol zones with some compelling reasons to use them according to Bungie. There hasn't been any mention of SRL yet, so it's anybody's guess as to whether that's going to return this year. But also inside of the first month, we're very likely to see the Faction Rally return. This will have some new weapons introduced, so there are 3 brand new weapons, and on top of this there will be new armor ornaments which are earned through gameplay. The quality of life change, which allows the purchase of gear, will also flow into the Faction Rallies, so there will be a kind of featured rotation of things that you can actually buy, and it'll be very much the same for the Iron Banner, which is also set to return in December. Iron Banner will bring new weapons that you can see on screen, and on top of this there will be some new armor ornaments also earned through gameplay. Armor and weapon stats will be re-rolled inside of this Iron Banner, so the archetypes of weapons could indeed change, the perk rolls will definitely change, and we'll see new stats on the armor pieces as well, which is pretty interesting because you may be able to mix and match that stuff with your Season 1 armor if you want slightly different stats. It's also worth noting that the current armor pieces for faction rallies and the Iron Banner will still be earnable in Season 2. The changes will be mostly to things like stats, as I mentioned, as well as the addition of ornaments. We also have the fact that we will probably see a Prestige raid launch inside of December, and then possibly even challenge modes, which could continue into early next year. I think when you put all of this stuff coming in Curse of Osiris together with these quality of life additions, as well as the fact that Iron Banner faction rallies, new trials with the launch of a new Season 2 map, as well as the actual raid, are all coming in December. Like I said, I think it's going to be a pretty exciting month. Not one which necessarily changes the way Destiny 2 is played, but certainly new content for the people who want to continue playing the game. So that is pretty much everything that we currently know of coming in Season 2, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I just wanted to accumulate all the information we have into one place, so I hope it has been useful. If it has, a like is very much appreciated below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a hell of a lot more Destiny 2 and Curse of Osiris content coming up. For now though, you guys have an awesome day.